on what it is they see from their perspective, maybe what we can do differently as fathers approaching that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a part of the conversation that we're missing that is being not comprehended fully from their point of view? As when we're coming, I say we because I haven't been there, but when guys are coming in front of them to hear these cases, like, are we missing a step? That's something that's not that we're not doing.
I think it's just the systematic sympathy for the mothers, and then it's like, if that's the case, just think about how many other guys out there think like that. Think that systematically the courts are gonna favor the mother, the woman. You know what I mean? So what is the point of going for that battle?
Right. And it's the education part. It wasn't until I got educated when I was like, okay, I know my options, I know how to operate around this. And also knowing that it's the law in Massachusetts that if a man and a woman is not married, sole custody goes straight to the mom.
That's true.
And the father has to go to court to fight for custody.
Yeah.
Right? But I wanted to bring that up because there's there's a whole part of this whole thing that I would like to discuss to see if everyone is open to including. What I mean by that is providing resources for young men out there and also taking the opportunity to connect with these young men and educate them.
Absolutely, this is what this is about.
Acting as a resource for people who aren't educated, and think about some of the men out there who aren't educated and discouraged and just give up.
Yeah.
Now there's no dad in the house.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So it builds into that.
Yeah. So absolutely, I'm 100% with that. But my only question is, the facts are the facts, right? Maybe whoever is in front of the judge is not arguing the facts as they are. See, I'm speaking off of experience, work experience, but never
Professional experience.
Professional, but haven't actually argued or been involved in those situations from a court perspective.
Yeah. So the thing is like he said, if the couple aren't married, automatically to the
True.
automatically. So
Yeah.
right there is,
It's biased.
you would have to change that at the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think that the judge is the person to talk to. At that point, you got to find out who's the lawmakers and who's, you know what I mean? You got to get a hold of that, because if that's the case, when you come into my courtroom for custody battle, already based off of what he said, if already it's going to the woman. You have to state your claim. So we are already negative in the situation.
But the reason why you have to state your claim, because you can automatically prove that the mother is a biological mother. You can prove
But you're
that.
not hearing me. We go into that courtroom, it's not an even playing field.
I agree with. I see that.
It's like this.
Yeah.
So now, with the help you talking about and the right words and the right communication, even if we get there, it's only bringing us right here. And we just wasted that much of the judge's time, that much of the court time, and all we did was just make ourselves even with the mom. She hasn't said anything yet. We fought uphill for this battle, bam, and all we got is where she's at.
I see that.
It's a uphill battle for the father.
I see that, but I shouldn't speak on this because I don't have first-hand experience arguing this case in front of a judge.
You have the other side of the.
I have the other side. The other side tells me, the facts are the facts. We can't dispute the facts. Which are that, Thomas is the biological father of Noah, right? That's the facts.
Yep.
What happened to bring us in front of the judge at that time? Well, what are the facts? And look at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're
Can I share your experience?
forgetting the most valuable fact.
That
You're going in there
already behind.
Prejudged.
Is that really the reality of the situation?
That really is.
See, but there's
Listen,
a part.
Everything we're talking about right now is what I experienced. And this is why I'm so passionate about this. It's because for someone who is completely, I'm overly involved in my son's life. I have him most of the time anyways. Any extra time I get with my son, I fight for every single time, right? I gotta go to court. I gotta prove my support. Now here's the crazy thing. The mom can show up and say, he needs to pay me more, and I actually have him more than he does. I have to go there and prove all of that. And guess what? Every receipt when I take my son out, I gotta save. Every change to the schedule, I gotta document.
Now, how
You know,
is
that
good?
experience
That's
for
crazy.
your, as a father, having to even do that, right? And here's the thing, and if I didn't do that, and I go into court and I said, well, what she's saying is incorrect, I actually this, and this, and this. Okay, well, where's your proof? Well, you didn't ask them about their proof. They have free will to say whatever they need to say. I have to either defend it, and if I'm disagreeing, I have to provide proof. Now look at the young men out there who are young fathers, don't have the right guidance or education or resources in place, where they go to court and say, look, I love my son so much, I do everything I possibly can for my kids. She's telling me I'm not doing this. Okay, all right, well, you know, she's saying that she has a more than, so do you have a schedule? Do you keep track of your schedule? Oh, well, you said that you provide his school supplies and all that. Where are those receipts? Oh, I didn't think I needed to have to be here to prove my support. That is my role. That is why I'm here. So as a father, to have to be in the court situation, you have to fight. Because as Larry said, it's here fighting to here.
And that interrupts the natural flow of being a dad. Because what comes natural to you as a dad, where you're not keeping tabs of
Right.
these things,
Right.
you now have to have the responsibility of proving
Exactly.
your natural thing that you already are.
I want. This is
We're kinda
why.
on topic because this is all a part of some black men's culture. This is what they go through, whether if they caused it or if they didn't cause it. This is a part of our topic.
Let's absolutely, let's do that. Like,
Yeah, I'm
let's
passionate about
let's do it.
resources and providing education.
let's do it.
So, I'm 51. I probably got 10 years on everybody here. Some 20. I was never raised by my dad to teach me if I'm going to have babies, this was going to happen. But, and I only mean this, I know it's negative in your eyes, it might be a positive, so you can, as a cultural bias, to teach your son what you're going through. I wasn't taught that. I don't think anyone was taught, hey, if you have babies, prepare yourself, we're going to court, record everything, keep all the receipts.
My father was in my life. He didn't teach me that.
When I wasn't,
He was busy being a
listen,
dad.
my dad was up in my life
Yeah.
until the day, you know, when he had passed,
Yeah.
okay? He never taught me how to be a father. He taught me how to be a man. But he didn't teach me how to be a father. I had to learn from my
Absolutely.
father's action. So what I mean as being a positive, if this never happened to you, would you be at the same stage of full force on what fatherhood or cultural fatherhood would be? So now you'd be able to teach your son, not with a negative aspect, say, hey, no, well, listen, yeah, your dad went through some sins. Have a seat for a while. Let me talk to you and teach you some things that maybe they won't teach you on social media or schools and books. It's only something that you can learn when you get there
Facts
to
are the
raise
facts,
our
though.
kids.
As we come up, the facts are the facts.
Yeah.
You know, facts are the facts. You can, people are tied to their own opinions, but they're not tied up to their own facts. So bring in the facts, and I can see what you're saying, Tom, about you have to prove it.
The main fact, though, you have to get past the main fact. The biggest hurdle is walking in that courtroom already prejudged. There's already a pre-notion that your woman is right. Just walking in.
No, my thing, you're absolutely right, but my thing with that, you know, Thomas, if you were taught everything you knew before this happened, would you have done things a little different?
I'm
The
sure, 'cause
same-
I would have had the education. Yeah.
Right. So the same with us teaching our kids.
Well, this is what leads into the main topic of the conversation.
So what I want to do is let's start, because
Yeah.
I want to be able to capture all of it.
Everybody, welcome back to the Fatherhood Experience.
A